Good morning, everyone. It's been a while. I ask for your forgiveness. I've been very busy for the last few weeks on Mondays and haven't been able to participate in this morning series to connect with you. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for coming back. I will be doing more lives as I really kind of adjust to a new schedule and some new exciting things that are happening for me. So, wow. I don't know about you, but what incredible energy do we have going on here in the cosmos right now? The last week has been probably really intense for a lot of us. It has been very self-reflective. It has probably brought up a lot of stuff. And it's probably really made us confront our own demons, if you will. Last night, actually yesterday during the day, I'm also at the same time, I'm going through an amazing process of learning, of transformation, and of growth with another practice that I will soon share with you. And yesterday's training, amongst all of this stuff that's going on, I was recalled and reminded by no coincidence of its own, according to the sages, the mystics of Kabbalah, this week always corresponds with the portion of Noach or Noah. And as most of you know, Noah from Noah and Noah's flood, there is no coincidences, because the portion of Noah's flood is always read on the moon, the new moon of Scorpio. Okay, so there are a few things that I was reminded of that I wanted to share with you that are so incredibly relevant about why this has happened, why the connection between that portion and the energy of Scorpio moon, the energy of Scorpio. And it reminds me of a few elements that I want to connect us with that are happening right now. Okay, so the first one is the element of chaos, right? Chaos. Each one of us has our own personal chaoses that we're dealing with, our stuff that we're dealing with, stuff that is distracting us probably from our purpose, probably things that are mostly other people's stuff that we don't know how to take on ourselves. We don't know how to navigate all of that energy. And so usually what it does is it brings up this emotion in us, this deep emotion within us. So it says in the portion, in the story of the Bible, that the world was really chaotic at the time, right? And it says that God found this man, Moses. God said to Moses, I'm going to destruct the world, and we have to start over. And I want you to build an ark and bring 2 of each animal in the whole world onto the ark to protect those species from drowning, and you and your family all onto the ark. And so Noah was kind of like, huh? Why me? And it's such a great observance of the beauty of what I love about Kabbalah, about Hebrew, about deeper meanings and things. Did you know that the word Noah or Noach in Hebrew actually means comfort? So Noach was this comfortable guy, tending to his grapes. I believe he owned a vineyard or did something like that, doing his thing, living his life, having a great time, or maybe not, just kind of into himself. And then all of a sudden he gets this divine message that says, build an ark. It's going to be this size, and you need to put 2 of every single thing in the whole world on this ark, every 2 animal, and you and your family get on it because there's a flood coming. So Noah was like, what do you mean? Needless to say, the message persisted. and he built the ark. Okay, so Noah builds this ark, and he puts all of the animals on it, and he gets on it, and then all of a sudden, the rain comes. And for 40 days and 40 nights, it rained so hard that there was a flood, and the flood came away, and it washed everything away in the whole world. And after the 40th day, all of a sudden, the rain stopped, and a rainbow appeared. And God said that it was a promise that it would never happen again, that he would never send a flood to disrupt the world again. So the rainbow in this story is a symbol of hope, right? So how can we relate this story to our day-to-day lives, and especially right now in this week? So number one, each one of us is Noah in some way, shape, or form. Every one of us is Noah in some shape or form. Every one of us has a comfort zone. Each one of us has a place in our lives where we may be stuck, where we may be feeling like, I'm fine. Leave me alone. It's not so bad, right? Sometimes it's not so bad becomes the new norm. But why do we choose that? When we choose that, all of a sudden things go wrong in our body. We are not moving, we're not growing, we're not anything, we become comfortable. So first of all, we want to ask, where in our lives are we comfortable? Number one. This is how we're connecting ourselves to Noah. Now remember, before the Creator gave Noah the divine inspiration to build the flood, there was chaos in the world. So where in our lives is there chaos? Where in our lives is there chaos that maybe we're oblivious to, or that we're avoiding, or maybe we're not avoiding, and it's taking us, it's really, really inundating us with emotion. And now we enter the energy of the flood. The flood, water always represents emotions, okay? So all of a sudden the flood comes in. In us, a flood emerges, a flood of emotions, a flood of, and they're not just a nice, pretty little rainstorm. We're talking a flood, 40 days and 40 nights. So within us, all of a sudden too, we have this thing where these emotions take hold of us. And as these emotions take hold of us, they completely feel like we can't breathe, like we are gasping for air, that we are treading water. So those emotions come up like the flood. And then what? How does Noah handle the flood? He builds an ark. Okay? So this week, each and every one of us needs to find out where and what our ark is. What is the protection that you seek in the world, or what is the protection that you need to keep yourself safe amongst the storm, amongst the chaos? What is that ark for you? Each one of us has an individual ark. I can tell you, for me, my ark is consciousness. I know that no matter what is going on, no matter what craziness is going on in the world, no matter what craziness is going on in my life, that I have a choice. And I have a choice to either buy into all of that flood, to buy into all of that chaos, or choose. For me, my ark is consciousness. So Noah builds the ark. He goes in it, has all the animals. I would also say that the animals, it's coming up for me right now, the animals, I feel like, represent the things that are of value to you, right? For me, it's my students and my family and my clients. My students, my friends, my family, those are the energies that I want in my ark. So for me, those energies are the energies that I will protect with consciousness. My opportunity is to share what I've learned with them, to teach them, to help them grow. That's my desire. My desire within my ark is to gather all those people that I love and share this energy with them, to share consciousness with them. So then it happens for 40 days and 40 nights, right? The flood happens for 40 days and 40 nights. There was a point at which Noah wondered, when was it going to be over? And that point comes with us too, with the flood of emotion and the flood of all of those energies that comes up, and you say, when is it going to be over? When is this going to be over? And if we tune in and we listen to our heart, we listen to that source of inspiration, that source of the place where the Creator exists within all of us, we'll receive an answer that it will end. We might not know when all the flood will end, but we will receive the answer that it will end. And so then what happens? So then the flood ends and God sends a rainbow. And the rainbow is a reminder that this will never happen again. So what does a rainbow represent to you? To me, it represents freedom. To me, it represents equality. Maybe that's one of the reasons it's one of the symbols for gay pride, right? Because it represents all the colors of the rainbow. It represents all the people of the world. It represents freedom. And so once we've gone through that flood, we've realized that each one of us has true freedom. We have true freedom to build an ark. We have true freedom to be able to carry and hold space for those people that we love dear. We have true freedom to know that no matter what happens, the flood will end. It will end, and all of us will have the opportunity to go on. We will have the opportunity to create, rebuild, renew, and that's exactly what happened. So for today, in today's meditation and in today's awareness, I want us all to really ask the question, what grand and glorious adventures await for you when the flood ends? And what opportunities can you create now in your ark that keep you connected to joy, to keep you connected to happiness and to love and to each other? I'd like for this to be our meditation today. Instead of finding ourselves locked into so much drama, allow ourselves to go deeper within us, to find the ark within us that protects us, that shields us, and that nurtures and nourishes us. So for today's meditation, I want to also identify, where are we comfortable in our lives? Where are we comfortable? Where are we craving a new adventure? Where are we craving change that we may be avoiding? Usually the change that's coming in our lives, it's back there, and we're like, oh, I don't know about that. Maybe next week, maybe next year, maybe in 10 years, maybe that, maybe. What are you ignoring? What are we ignoring? What are we not paying attention to that is here that we could absolutely do to invoke and change the world now? Why do we have to go through a flood? How about that? Imagine, God, it says that God chose Noah because he was the most righteous man in that generation. So if he was the most righteous man, wouldn't you think that maybe he could have done something about it? Could have done something to change the world, to remove a little chaos and pain and suffering? How can we do that? How can we get out of our comfort zone to become more like that and to attach ourselves to creating change in the world, to being proactive instead of being reactive? So that's what I'd like for our meditation to be today. What incredible things will we learn this week that will change our lives forever? What power will we uncover that we can share with the world, that we can share with each other, that we can share with ourselves? Those are the meditations for today. Okay? So I'd like for us to take a second to go in and find ourselves in our heart center. And as we do, let's begin to give our awareness to the heart. How the heart nurtures and strengthens and supports us. How the heart carries us through and through and through. How the heart never lies to us, even when we don't listen. How the heart never abandons us. As you create that awareness, I want us to begin to expand our energy from our heart out into the room that we're in. From the room that we're in, out to the house or the home or the building, out to the town, the city, the state, the location. Expand out further and further and further into the country that you're in, and the continent and the bodies of water that surround that continent. Expand yourself out past that continent to other continents, and finally the entire world. See your ball of light, see your energy expanded with the entire world. From there, allow your energy to expand out into space, past different planets and galaxies in the Milky Way, and out through space into different layers of light, some light and some dark. Expand out through that until we come to a beautiful, beautiful layer of light. And we expand through that layer and find more and more layers, some light and some dark, but we keep expanding out further and further and further until we come to a beautiful jelly-like substance layer, which feels like liquid. And as we expand out past the jelly-like substance layer, we see this beautiful pink haze, which is the law of compassion. And as our ball of light merges with the law of compassion, immediately we're carried into the seventh plane of all that is, the plane of creation, the plane of oneness, the plane of unity, the energy of every atom and molecule that's ever existed since the beginning of time. The only thing that blocks us and stops us from achieving and living the life that we want to achieve and live are beliefs that we have accepted from others, or maybe to survive in some time and place we don't even remember. Sometimes we take on beliefs from our ancestors, from past lives. Many of these beliefs are not working for us anymore. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to tap in to your energy, to the energy in the world today. And I'm going to offer some downloads. For you to receive these downloads, all you have to do is say yes, and they will be accepted into your mind's eye, into your subconscious mind, and implanted so that you can experience and create the reality that you dream of, the reality that you desire. First of all, would you like to know what it feels like to recognize when energy is yours and when energy is not yours. Meaning to be able to identify if this pain or this stress or this fear or this frustration is even yours. Sometimes we're carrying around this energy like a magnet, holding on to it. What if we didn't? Today, I would like to download you with what it feels like and that you know how to have discernment between the energy that is yours and the energy that is others. You know, we even pick up energy, we pick up beliefs from the place that we are. For example, if you've ever gone to a movie theater and went to go sit in one seat, but for some reason it just didn't feel right to you, and you got up and you moved maybe 3 seats over, there's a good chance that the energy of the person that was sitting in that seat before you may not have been in alignment or made you feel good, so you moved. Energy is contained in packets of group consciousnesses all around the world. There's a very different energy in New York City than there is in Los Angeles. There's a very different energy in Los Angeles than there is in Montana. These energies are beliefs that are carried on by the people. It also is important to remember that they're not necessarily good or bad or right or wrong. They just are. So would you like to know how to move through energy that is uncomfortable to you? To build your arc? Would you like to know what your arc is? Would you like to know how to build your arc? For me, it's by studying. I build my arc by studying and growing and sharing. So would you like to know that you have the strength and the courage and the awareness to hear the directions from your soul, to hear the directions from your heart that are inspiring you to build your own arc? Would you like to know who is in your inner circle? Who are the people that are in your inner circle? Who are the people? Who are the energies? Who are the people that you will put on your arc? Who are the people that you will hold space for no matter what? And when I say no matter what, I mean no matter what. We choose people in our lives that help us grow, whether we consciously know it or subconsciously know it. We choose people that help us grow. And it's not always comfortable and it's not always easy. But when we can tap into and feel the love of those people that we have chosen for our inner circle, then we always know that there's a greater divine plan. And you know that when relationships truly shatter and don't come back together, they're not meant to be. And it's okay. Would you like to know what it feels like to know the difference between how to hold on to people, places, and situations in your life that you want in your arc, that you want to nourish you, to strengthen you, to help you grow, and those who you need to let go of? Would you like to have that discernment? If you'd like that, say yes. For some reason, I'm feeling that one of you or some of you may have some tension in your neck. And so I will offer you that the neck is the bridge between our consciousness, our mind, and our body. And so if we have discomfort or disease in our neck, it usually means that we are squeezed off. It means that we are squeezed off from our consciousness or our body. So would you like to know what it feels like to align your consciousness with your body? To know how they can act and interact with each other in perfect divine flow and divine energy? Would you like to recognize that your mind and your body are one and that they are working simultaneously? We need both. You can have all the riches in the world. You can be the wisest, most brilliant human being in the world. But if your body isn't functioning or your body isn't working, then it begins to fall apart. And you won't be able to experience or enjoy that brilliance or that wealth. So would you like to know how to take care of your body in a divine way? And that it's safe for you to also take care of your body. Or maybe for some of you, it's easier to take care of your body than it is your mind. So would you like to know what it feels like and you know how to give the energy of care and love and nurturing to both your mind and your body at the same time? If you like that, say yes. Last but not least, I'd like to download you with certainty and with trust, the Creator's highest definition of trust. That no matter what you're going through, no matter where you are, the rain will stop, the flood will end, and a rainbow will appear. So would you like to know how to have that conscious awareness in your life now? Carry that conscious awareness with you for every second, for every moment. You know, whenever we speak about the Creator is a force that is in everything. The Creator is in you. The Creator is in the world. The Creator is in everything. So it could be said that when God spoke to Moses, he spoke to him from his intuition, right? How is the Creator speaking to you through your intuition? Would you like to know how to hear those messages? And to hear those messages not only for others, but for yourself. And how to act on those messages. What will it take for you to live your best life? What will it take for you to live your best life? What will it take for you to live your best life? Just be in that question this week. There's no need to answer it. Just allow it to flow. And last but not least, would you like to know what it feels like to have unconditional love in every cell of your body? And to know that you are unconditional love. You be unconditional love. And you share unconditional love. Now take our palms and rub them fast together. And take your palms and put them over your heart. And thank your heart for supporting you, for bringing you here, for nurturing and caring for you. I know I've had a few moments in the last several days where my heart was racing so hard that it got a little scary. But I kept talking to my heart, telling my heart that everything is going to be okay. And thank you for supporting me. And always remember that the best medicine is breath. Usually our heart races faster when we hold our breath. So just make sure that you're breathing deep. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate you. I love you. And I will see you very soon. Have an amazing week. How does it get any better than this? What else is possible?